welcome to God's 5 Minutes with Pastor Ed Wilson. Reach him at gods5minutes@gmail.com. Now, here's Ed Wilson with God's 5 Minutes.
Hello, friends. Psalm 89:15 reads, "Blessed is the people that know the joyful sound. They shall walk, O Lord, in the light of thy countenance." In the verses just before this, the psalmist has been exclaiming in heavenly language about some of the noble and beautiful aspects of God's character, his strength, his universal jurisdiction, the justice and judgment which are the foundation of his throne, the mercy and truth which go as heralds before his face. Now he remembers the commandment forbidding the creation of any graven image or likeness of anything from heaven, earth, or sea. So rather than use his words to create a likeness of God's faith, he wraps his cloak about his head while God passes by, and then breaks into a rapturous song, extolling the blessings falling to the people who can claim this great God for their own. While the wording of the verse in our King James Version is quite accurate, it does not adequately describe the passion of the psalmist, which he meant to convey. For the text is not just a statement, "Blessed is the people," it is a rapturous outburst of adoring wonder. We could properly read it, "Oh, the blessedness of the people who know the joyful sound." The force of this exclamation is increased when we know that the word rending joyful sound is a technical term for the trumpet blast heard at Jewish feasts. The purpose of those trumpet sounds was, like the heralds blown at the coronation of a king, to proclaim the presence of God, the King of Israel, in the festival, as well as to express the passions of the worshippers. The rest of the verse tells us the consequence of living a happy life, thus in comforting favor of the Lord. "They shall walk, O Lord, in the light of thy countenance." To walk in the light of God's face simply means to behave in a manner that makes the Almighty pleased with your life. It means to study His Word, carry it in your heart, believe it, let it govern all your behaviors. It means to be holy. The Proverbs tell us the light of the King's countenance is life, and his favor is as a cloud of the latter rain. In the same way, the phrase "to walk" is used all through the Scriptures to describe the daily conduct of our lives. Here again, the original meaning has a sense not quite captured with the King James wording. It has an implication of continuity. Its force is shown if we read it, "They walk continually in the light of thy countenance." Don't you find that a vivid description of the life of a New Testament Christian? Your life is meant to be a continuous, unbroken realization of the daily presence of God all about and within you, an unending delight in the loving kindness and favor of God. The people who are sure that they have their King in their midst and who feel that He is looking down upon them with tender pity, with loving care, with nothing but friendship and sweetness in His heart, these people, says the psalmist, are blessed. Do you think that too high a standard for Christian living? It's not. We may take God with us wherever we go, so long as we remember that where we cannot take Him with us, we should never go. Life has many a dark and lonely corner, many a shadowed vale, many a gloomy canyon. The secret of the joyous Christian spirit is that we have the privilege of carrying our own sunshine with us, so that we are not dependent on the vicissitudes of tide and fortune for the amount of joy we have in life. God is our life. There is no experience of His presence so blessed as that of someone who, in the midst of sorrow, has yet with Him the assurance of the Father's friendship, favor, and love, and so can echo the Apostles' testimony, sorrowful yet always rejoicing. In all creation, there is only one thing that can destroy the holy connection between God and us. That thing is sin. Thus we're advised over and over in the Scriptures to keep our hearts with all diligence, and as the text says, to walk in the light of His face. If we are faithful to do that, He also will be faithful to us, that His gentle Spirit will reign and rule within us, and His inward light will shine through us to our friends and loved ones and the world about us. Have you talked to Him today?
You have been listening to God's 5 Minutes with Pastor Ed Wilson. Reach him by email at godsfiveminutes@gmail.com. Tune in next time to hear more encouraging thoughts from God's Word on God's 5 Minutes with Pastor Ed Wilson.